There was silence, that kind of silence that asked to be listened to.
If we're going to be staying down there, then I need to bring the bucket.
Right, you need to go.
With bracken-cushioned footfalls, I stepped from ridge to ridge, crossed the sky-drenched pools.
Well, the stuff that we're looking for is the blackest stuff from the bottom of a bog hole. So if we see a bank where there's turf already been cut, there might be a pool at the bottom, or there might be even an exposed part of the wall that we can dig straight into that way, you know, without getting down and dirty in the water.
I knelt down on the wet ground, head pressed against the heather, face mirrored in an inky pool. I plunged up to the elbows, pushed into that wet womb. Underneath black water, my hands, with their own vision, scooped the buttery softness.
Drop out, you could put out some of that water, Glenda.
No, it's
Won't
okay.
need it all.
It's not hard to carry, it's not. It's not down.
Oh, it's great, it stopped raining anyway. Whew. Are we ready to go?
She dredged me from the bottom of the bog. My dark wet matter lifted, carried to a place of light. She squeezed me, shaped me, draped some roots upon my head, left me oozing here to dry. I wizened.
No, you just leave it in the air.
Right.
That is still quite wet, but see,
Oh yeah.
you have to.
Malleable.
Yeah, you have to get the wet out of it to get it to hold the shape. Therapist from England was one of our tutors in Cork, and he lived in the Beara Peninsula. And the very last day we were there, he brought a big bucket of muck and threw it on the floor and said, "See what you can do with that."
Yes,
And
right.
I just became upset.
Is that too much, is it?
No, it's whatever you feel yourself, you know.
Yeah.
Give him a double chin. You know, when I'm putting my hand in his mouth now, you know, I really feel like it.
Oh yes, and you've got mine hasn't spoken loudly enough to me yet,
Yeah.
but it's definitely communication. And each bead is different. I don't know, they were found in Tara, in the bog, and they were from a young male who had been wearing them round his neck, and I wrote about him and how he had died. And they were found in the dig in Tara. It's in the museum. And I can hear the sound.
Oh.
No,
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
Very colourful.
Absolutely.
that grows, you know, I think it's a fen you have first, isn't it? And the sphagnum grows over that.
That's true.
and holds the water. So it holds the water there so the plants have water to decompose in.
Right.
Now, you needn't quote me on that. That's
No, you're right.
probably not the technical
Because
thing.
the bog holes too, down in Wicklow, I mean,
Yeah.
cattle, if they went in, they were gone.
Oh yeah, it's
And
bottomless.
children, I used to
yeah.
always have to be careful because
Yeah.
it just looks as if you could walk
Yeah, it looks
on
as if you could.
but
some,
it's not. And if they get into it, I actually went in one day, a long time ago, And I managed to get out, of course, I'm still here, but I had to lie out on the bog
Yeah,
to
lie
get
over
myself
the
out.
ledge.
Other than that, it was sucking me down, and I could still feel, it's a long time ago,
Yeah.
could still feel that, you know.
Even when you're taken, like
pulling
when
you
I was
down.
getting it this morning, we were only in a very shallow little ditch.
Right,
And just putting your hand down, even you can feel.
you can, yeah, and that sound,
Yeah.
that slurping sound, absolutely amazing. And very grateful to Christine for the idea, because I've never done anything like that in my life before. I have done ceramics all right, but it's totally, totally different. And it's for the first time of doing something, I enjoyed it enormously. And I'm interested in the fact that it spoke to me very loudly of what I did, and I'm very different. I haven't managed to make a head.
Making the sculpture, and it's very interesting that I have this kind of talent that now is blossoming, and be able to make the human face that I didn't design it to come up, but just came up like this.
It's much more easy to mould than I imagined it would be. I think I probably needed to dry it out a little bit more, because it's like the features are flowing back into the material. So yeah, very, very interesting experience, definitely.
I'm delighted that to share this with people, because people just don't understand. If you talk about bog sculptures, they think you're talking about the wooden bits of things that people polish up and sell to Americans for millions of dollars or something. So this is it's something that I've been doing on my own since 2003, and now for the first time the secret has gone out into the world, and these are the first 3 recruits. So
I try to hover in a liminal state between the waking day and dreamtime worlds, to go back down through layer of peat and meditate, or vegetate below the consciousness I use from day to day, to let go of the mind, let matter be, to not know which is world and which is me, to live that age-old question in my bones, to give to be or not to be a home. Which little piece of brown wet earth is me, and which a tree, a heather or a fern, a white bog cotton's tethered cloud, a moss? In this state I can believe we are all one. I sink down and brown and brown and down to black, and in that buried state there I will stay, outside of time, where it can hold no sway, until all matter's memory of light ignites, delivers me again, a resurrected being, born of black, of blackest night.